reporters' questions about Donald Trump's claims that she was a, quote, nasty, mean enabler when it came to her husband's cheating and how he treated women. Trump says he's justified in bringing it all up since she's been playing the woman card all along. And when asked about his attacks, Clinton only had this to say.
I'm going to let him run his campaign however he chooses. I'm going to run my campaign.
Clinton, are his claims accurate? And if not, do you feel any need to correct the record on this?
I have nothing to say about him and how he's running his campaign.
And then came round two.
Why not sort of correct?
Oh, I'm answering him all the time.
But on this subject
I'm answering him on what I think voters care about.
You're responding with substance.
I'm running my campaign. I'm not running against him. He's doing a fine job of doing that himself.
So here's the deal with this. Now the limelight's on this issue. Catherine, how's she doing?
Terribly. And Trump's not going to let it go. He's not a guy that should, be letting things go. And you know what?
Why do you think she's doing badly?
Because this matters. It's not that he's attacking Bill for what Bill did. He's attacking Hillary for what Hillary did, which was she didn't just passively enable. She actively attacked women who he didn't just have affairs with, who accused him of sexually assaulting them. And then now she's running as a feminist. I don't think so. I mean, she called Jennifer Flowers trailer trash. She's accused of, harassing Juanita Broderick. This is something that we need to be talking about. You can't just say, oh, no, yeah, just put it like, no, this stuff happened, and we shouldn't let it go.
So when you raise millions of dollars off of the Metro card turned woman card,
right.
It does kind of look like a Metro card. But when you raise millions of donation dollars like that, Julie, you do put this language about women into play, don't you not?
I will say two things. One is many men have made a mistake running against Hillary Clinton on this issue, and the thing is that nobody plays the victim better than Hillary Clinton. So from a political standpoint, it's a dumb thing to do. Secondly, I wish we would cut other women a break when it comes to the fact that their husbands cheated on them and the way we expect them to.
But we're not talking about cheating. We're talking about sexual assault allegations.
Excuse me. Let me finish. First of all, there is no proven sexual assault. Secondly, if your husband is accused of cheating on you and you're living in the land of denial, cut the woman a break.
But then she goes out and she says that anyone who accuses someone of sexual assault has a right to be believed.
I'm sorry.
So she comes out and says that.
I hope for your sake that your husband never cheats on you, and I hope for your sake, if in fact that ever happens, that at some point nobody. Let me finish. At some point, nobody's going to.
I'm just saying that you cannot say that all women who are accused of sexual assault have a right to be believed, and then stay married to a guy.
Are you done? Can I finish my point?
Stay married to a guy. There's no explanation for that.
Well, I'd like to explain, but you're not letting me. What I'm simply suggesting is, I hope if my husband ever cheated on me, nobody's ever going to judge me on the way that I reacted to it and how I treated those women.
So, can I jump in, because I think this is exactly where this conversation, I think where Hillary Clinton would like it to go. But I think we've tried to boil this campaign down in order to make it make sense, because nothing about it has made sense so far. Who's winning? Bernie Sanders, any of it. Trump, nothing has made sense. So we try to kind of boil it down to one issue, that the whole election is going to ride on women. And it never turns out this way. It's not going to come down to just women. And when you look at it, so Hillary Clinton has 53% of support of women. She has 30-something% of men. Trump has exactly the opposite. He has 53% of men, 35% of women. I was watching this earlier with Martha McCallum saying this.
If they all go to the polls, that's a tie.
There you go.
Yeah. You know what this becomes if Donald Trump is not careful? This becomes a shiny object. Now, that's exactly where Hillary Clinton wants it to go. It's going to be a shiny object. It's going to be some people focused on this, and then she can talk about the economy and look like she's taking the high road. So it is kind of a dicey place for him to go, or do you think not?
I think it is. I think it's a dangerous place to go. I think we have to give women a lot more credit than people tend to do, because women are very smart. They will figure out who the best candidate will be for them. What can Donald Trump do for women? What can Hillary Clinton do for women? She is a woman. You can't get away from the fact that she's a woman. And what happened between her and her husband. It's all been very public. This is a political fireball, to be honest with you. I really believe that Donald has to, at some point, do what he's doing, take his shots. Everything's open game right now, and then move on. He can't just hang himself in this situation and just stay there, but move on to topics that are important to the American people.
But I don't think he's talking about it all that much, though.
But I kind of disagree with that, because I don't think women are sitting back. I mean, I'm a female voter. I'm not saying what are either of these candidates going to do for women. I care about the economy. I care about taxes. I care about national security. I want to know what they're going to do for my whole entire family.
Does it
my
matter
husband,
to you?
my children's, myself.
Does
it does not matter.
this dialogue matter?
No.
Neither of those, you know what? Neither of those sides matter to me. I don't care about either of those points. I don't actually care about how derogatory Donald Trump is about women. I have seen him like that. I agree with it. I mean, I don't like his attitude at all, but I don't care about it. I also don't care what happened with Bill and Hillary. I care about taxes, the economy, national security.
So you can't.
That's it.
You can't run as a feminist if you don't have a record of being a feminist.
One thing that I think that you are touching on that is substantial, though, Joe, with regard to, you know, whether or not you try to target women with issues that resonate them. We know that these candidates' campaigns are doing modeling. We already know that where they're trying to hit the voters. So if Hillary Clinton is playing the women's card, and please, you know, I mean, it's got its own website. I mean, it's a real thing. Like, she's committed to this now. He does have to have an answer back. So if it isn't this sort of attack on the past and how she's treated women and so on and so forth, then it would have to be the policies and what he could do. So I understand how you would say
he
that.
can't. First of all, he's not prepared to talk about policy, and secondly, because he's just not.
We don't know that.
We don't know that
We haven't
yet.
heard him actually do it in a very cohesive and coherent way.
People said that about foreign policy.
Secondly, well, I disagree with that strongly. But then secondly, I can't. Maybe I'm old enough to remember this. I cannot believe how stupid people are not to have learned their lessons from the impeachment trial in the 90s. My goodness. Go, God bless, run on this issue, run on Bill Clinton's infidelities, run on her reaction. You know what's going to happen? The Democrats took back the House in '98 because of it, and she's going to win in a landslide and probably take a few Democrats in with her as a result.
The way that we talk about sexual assault and consent now has changed, especially on the liberal side, so it is different now than it is in the 90s.
Wow. Boy, we could go on, but we're not, because we've got some breaking news to tell you about. And it has to do with Senator Ted Cruz. You know he dropped out of the race 1 week ago today. But just this hour, he is now saying if by some long shot he sees a path forward. Are you paying attention? Hello? Ted Cruz says if he sees a path forward, he will respond accordingly. We'll chew on that one coming up. Are we hungry? Yes, we are. Plus, Facebook is denying reports that it suppressed conservative news stories on its site. And now a warning from the RNC about how the social networking giant could affect the election. And it is that magic time when you jump online and get an early slot on our live chat to get your comments read live when we go Outnumbered Overtime on the web, foxnews.com/outnumbered. Click on the Overtime tab. When the TV version of us wraps up, you'll see us there. Shoot us a tweet. Stay close.